disappointing defeat for Real Madrid. Where do your team fall short this afternoon?
Yeah, for sure. At the beginning, that was strong enough. With the 2 down, we knew that the task was really tough. Play against Paris, we knew it down after the minutes. But today, at that moment, the feeling is not best. We have to try to learn from today, for sure. They are a team that they have already been 2 years. We're starting, so we'll take that, but we'll have to learn from today. And I'm sure the feeling at the moment is the best.
What can you learn from today? What will your message be to your players?
Well, at the moment, we need a proper break. That this is not the beginning of next year. This is just the end of the season. After that 3 weeks here, I think that we can take it for this year, for today. So we certainly.
How high is the bar the Paris Saint-Germain have set? Where teams need to be in European football?
I think that we cannot be in the last ones to make for such a good team. I think that it's February there in the moment, and today I will face one of the world, and we will have to define, but make sure that we will be there, but we're sure to them.
Your team selection, have you done anything different?
Oh, never. This is changes that I have to take, and we need you to ask them.
Just well done, congratulations. Final match around you played in one Champions League in 13 years. What can you say about him?
Well, sure, it's a better end of last game, but apart from that, he's now a legend of the club here in the football, and I've been a teammate now, coach, that have made that, so he's going to be around for Real Madrid.
Thank you, Michael. Next season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, every team's in, or you always be you don't play, you should be Alonso, so I think it's a big question mark. How far, how high is the bar now?
And they set a very high bar, and everybody involved looking at watching and trying to take the show, trying to stop them. And the one thing with Xabi is he's obsessed with football. What he did at Legion was absolutely incredible, and like I said, that's really good team. And they had 2 years. He's obviously going to make more of their own side, and he's going to have more of a stamp on what he can do in terms of tactics with the team. So I expect a lot more change from there, but like you said, they're very good on in that kind of change. I'm sure after I first saw pieces like my partner, and they'll gain confidence together through the season.
One thing his Leverkusen team did was work hard. Everyone was running around looking for him, but everyone was. We look at what the front feed did. I compare it to PSG and Real Madrid. Look at PSG third. They're on real, aren't they?
They are indeed enough to speak about what is the bar.
That minimum line to work.
It's about mentality, I feel. I feel like if people go in, you'll see the guy you got back and later earlier you don't go and show you and they get back. That's the difference. You take the bar, you say, there's a bar now. You see, the other team do it, you see, Liverpool did it 3 years ago and nobody get away. It's something more MLA and much as there's also he's double present in the seat at 3 o'clock, 40% screws, and he's even the pull back and the come to back of his competition.
That's the yeah. And I saw this comes out. You can't have a pattern, can you? At the level, we can't have anyone else in 100%. Oh, can't really see in the press. This is half. Even press the team half. Now, this is a true. That's what happened. So good ball. Men's percent. Then we cannot. But so far, we go against this in full street. It's what I give it. It's what should the video and then of course February so we are this is on game over. If we see after 10 minutes was 2 goals existing. How long is got? They will show you that's happening. He's not even enjoying what's in the but I guess this is the time where he never learns how he scored. And you know Real Madrid locked into the transfer market. You want to be from that wherever you go. Okay, I need to get some reinforcements. Cam, you still you know what team?
I think one thing you and will see from Real Madrid is will be improvement next year. It will take time. It will, yeah. They have the mentality in the club, but they do not get second best. So one thing I will say is do well at the end next year, and they look like niche striker. It needs somebody that enables them to play and work around. Obviously, we don't know what's going on with the league, but yeah, they have had to pretty much who they want running. I guess they not be not players like them.
Very quickly, we're talking about AB's defensive liabilities. He was this stuff. The crucial is against our not being midfield and thinking out position.
First time, your best games in one don't play. I'm not in front of I don't think Fred today would be, pretty glad that it was involved that just being obviously every player wants to play, but when he's playing against top players perform like that, we wouldn't have a chance really. We did have the ball, Enrique out, you see passing on, might have them get points in the platform, but have a football really with rise and free. No.
I mean, they don't have obviously. Teams can bounce back from this. Let's say, let's talk that up. It is Real Madrid. I'm sure for instance, almost going to be unfortunate. I'm training that. I'm stronger. Check Alonso is only bad now for month. So back. I'm sure he brings one day and a big little. Like I say, I don't want to do too much because you have set it way back. So good way because they've been winning trophies last 2 seasons. Good way there, and I think they'll be fine. Yeah, they need to especially not because the hand. Could this be 4 or 5 or 6? And in the end, I guess 4-0 kind of flatters Real Madrid because this could have been so many more.
Yeah, I think the first half was so dominant by PSG. It feels like they took their foot off the gas a little bit in the second half, maybe to save some legs for the final. But yeah, again, they're the team to beat in world football. They're the team in form. They're the European champions for a reason.
And they've made so many statements here, Callum, in this competition. Atletico Madrid, their first game of the tournament, 4-0. Bayern Munich 2-0, and now Madrid 4-0. I mean, that's 10 goals conceded against other European giants without conceding a goal.
Yeah, I mean, they're showing real intent and obviously how good they actually are. I mean, today was nice to see them live as well because there were some special performances out there and Real Madrid had no answers for anything that they had to offer.
I'll do, and we'll get to how your club, Chelsea, compete with this. But if you are Enzo and Maresca watching this, I mean, this must give you a headache, right? I mean, what do you do?
It must. I mean, listen, I don't think anybody wants to play them this, the way they're playing. I think every team in the world right now looking at them thinking, how do we play like this? This is the way football is played. Not just when they have the ball. I think also when they don't have the ball, they work so hard to get it back. And they just control the game. I think second half, Real Madrid came out trying to press them. They changed the system 2-3 times to try to stop them. They just couldn't. Because everything they tried to do, this PSG side found an answer. There's always a spare man somewhere. Not just the interchange of the position, just the passing, the low passing, the switch of play. They found everything they did was an absolute masterclass of performance today.
I don't know who their superior player of the match is. I mean, you could pick any of the 11, but surely Fabian Ruiz has to be in the discussion. He is with Alex Algen.
Fabian, enhorabuena. Vaya actuación del equipo. ¿Cómo valorías el partido de hoy? What a performance. Congratulations. How would you sum up that match?
Sí, un partido increíble. El equipo creo que ha estado muy bien a pesar del calor que hacía. Era difícil, pero bueno, creo que el partido ha sido perfecto. Hemos ganado a un gran rival como Real Madrid, siempre difícil, y muy contento por el pase a la final.
It was an incredible game, a perfect performance, especially considering the heat, the temperature. It was a brilliant performance against a really, really top team in Real Madrid, and we're so happy that we've gone through. Y 2 goles para ti también. ¿Cómo de contento con tu contribución de hoy? 2 goals for you. How happy with your contribution?
Sí, muy contento por mis goles, pero sobre todo por la victoria, no por el pase a la final. Para mí es lo más importante, pero bueno, he podido ayudar al equipo, que eso siempre es bueno. Y bueno, ahora toca celebrar, descansar e intentar ganar la final.
Happy for the goals, of course, but mostly I'm just happy about the win, and now we just need to celebrate, and we're through to the final. ¿Crees que puedes ganar contra el Chelsea? Do you think you can beat Chelsea?
Será difícil, es un buen equipo, están haciendo las cosas muy bien esta temporada, sabemos que tiene grandes jugadores, pero bueno, vamos a intentarlo para cerrar la temporada de la mejor manera.
It will be difficult. We know they're a good team. They're doing well, but hopefully we can win it and finish the season in the best way possible. Enhorabuena, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
hopefully we can win it. He's being humble, isn't he? He knows what he really wants to say. Fabian Ruiz is probably one of the most underrated players in world football just because he's surrounded by so many superstars, but he was fantastic today, Gareth.
Yeah, no, again, amazing performance. I think we spoke yesterday about the Chelsea midfield, how to keep the ball going forward. They feed the front guys, and it's just a joy to watch.
Right, should we have a look at the goals again? Feels like it's such a long time the first goal happened, but it did, and it's a mistake by Asensio who's come in for young Huijsen. He won't want to see this again, Callum.
No, he won't. Obviously, we spoke about half-time, you know, it's a mistake, an individual error which you can't amount for, but Ruiz is in the right position at the right time, and that's what you want from a midfield. He's not just getting on the ball, passing it around, looking fantastic. He's in the box, waiting for a mistake, trying to harry defenders, and he gets his glory there.
And Dembele was everywhere, wasn't he, until he came off? I mean, that's the change in Dembele, I guess, that extra bit of pressing, the movement.
Exactly. We never saw this when he was at Barcelona. You know, he looked like a different player. 28 years old, 44. What is he? 44.
35 now.
35.
Oh, almost there.
Incredible. I mean, he just keeps getting better. I think we didn't see all this when he was at Barcelona. You know, in terms of the attitude. You know, now his attitude has changed. He felt like, you know, now he can take on a bit more responsibility. He's now the main man in the team. He leads the pressing. Everything he does. I saw him when he scored his goal, and when Real Madrid kicked off, he said, "Let's go, let's press," and that's what you want to see. Absolutely fantastic now.
Yeah, and I guess it was his pressing, Gareth, that caused Rudiger a headache. And Rudiger doesn't normally make these mistakes. I mean, we were kind to him in the analysis, where you can look at it now, and it's horrific, isn't it? It's really bad.
It's not great. I'm trying to defend him a little bit, as you know, but yes, but again, I think that's the change in Dembele, right? He's I think in Luis Enrique, I think there was this big thing last year when he was chatting with Mbappe how to defend from the front, and now you can see he's got through to Dembele, and that's why he's leading the line, that's why he's doing the performances, he's setting the example, and everybody's following, everyone's on the same wavelength, and that high press, you win the balls high, and they're scoring goals high up the pitch because of that work rate.
Is he your favourite for Ballon d'Or?
Yeah, I think so. I think you also have to look at what they've won as a team. That always comes into play, and then to add his performances, his goals, his assists on top, for me, he's definitely the favourite to win this year.
Callum, it was 3-0 after 24 minutes, and let's be honest, game was over then. We hope Real Madrid could come back into it, but again, it's the press, it's how quick they get the ball up, and Fabian Ruiz making those excellent runs again.
Exactly that, and it's interchange. And I mean, look at Hakimi. Started the attack from the back, and then obviously he's got up there, he's in front. He was pressing defenders, he was pressing the goalkeeper. He was everywhere, but he was the catalyst to this goal and the fourth goal as well. But I mean, take nothing away from the finish. Obviously, composed in the area, left-footed, Bale-esque, as you'd say. You know, I see you in them areas at times.
Into the corner.
But I mean, what a fantastic performance from them.
That battle, if Caicedo does play, we hear he has a knock, but Caicedo versus Fabian Ruiz on Sunday could be one hell of a battle.
It is. Obviously, we have and Caicedo, and of course Cole Palmer, who plays as the number 10. It's going to be incredible to see the matchup. But I think, again, I keep saying it, those three in this PSG midfield, they control the game. They dictate the way they play. You know, Vitinha, for me, absolutely fantastic. It's a joy to watch him play. The way he passes the ball. You know, if you think you can press him, you think you can get the ball off him. No, he's got so much. He looks like he always has so much time. And that's what good players do. They always have time, don't they, Gary?
Yeah,
and then the switch off
for this one. All right, let's hear from a manager that should be very, very happy. Luis Enrique is speaking with Alex Alger.
Luis, huge win, statement performance against Real Madrid. How do you sum that one up?
I feel great. It's always difficult to play those kind of match against Real Madrid, and I think we started the game very good, and we are happy with the performance.
This was your 64th game of the season. How have you kept your players at this level, so motivated still?
And especially with those conditions, because it's too much heat for me. You need to play in different conditions to watch a better show. But I think both teams did it great, and we are in a special season, a special moment, and I think we deserve to win.
A first start of the tournament for Ousmane Dembele, his 35th goal of the season. How happy are you with the way he's turned his season around?
Well, it's the first match in this World Cup that we can use Ousmane as a normal player, because he was injured with the national team, and we try to take care of him. And I think he's the best player this season by a long term. And I think he deserves to win everything, because he gave everything to the team, and the team is going to achieve trophies, which is the most important thing for a club.
You've already won the treble. What would it mean to go on and lift the Club World Cup here in New Jersey?
well, we are going to try one more step against a good team like Chelsea. They did it great, and they performed the whole competition, and now it's time for us to prepare that, try to recover, and almost there. We want to make history in our club and take some holidays.
You'll deserve them, Luis. Congratulations.
Play the show.
He's always on the move, always energetic. Even in this heat, he's still moving those little steps.
Yeah.
Just 1-2 touch, gets rid of the ball, and just keeps them ticking over. Incredible.
Talking about movement, Hakimi makes a run on the 90th minute that he doesn't need to make. They're already 3-0 up, and he's like, no, I want more. Look at Hakimi, a right back, decides and he wants to do this. This is Gareth Bale playing for Spurs many moons ago.
Give him a couple of years, we won't be making that.
But again, it shows their hunger. Like, three's not enough. They want more and more. They just want to make sure everyone knows this is a statement win.
Yeah, and they look like they're a team that could be around for a long time. They're very young. I think Luis Enrique now has kind of upped kind of the style of play of that tiki-taka Barcelona way, and they're just relentless. They keep going. They don't take any mercy, and they want to score goals. They want to win. They want to embarrass teams.
Yeah, I mean,
it's been told in my ear, Miguel, this is the 21st time they've scored 4 or more goals.
Oh, incredible. We saw even the last game against Bayern Munich, they were down to 9 men. And we're thinking, why is he going forward? They went forward and they scored the second goal. It's incredible. I mean, this team, they just keep scoring goals. Luis Enrique has created an unbelievable team. It's incredible to see a team that hopefully on Sunday will stop them.
I think you have to give credit to Luis Enrique with his fitness levels of the squad. I mean, you're talking there about the 93rd minute in making a long busting run in this kind of temperature, 60th game plus of the season. You have to give the manager credit for getting his team running around, and these are top superstars, but to get them working in that environment,
keeping them motivated as well.
Exactly.
Again, they haven't had a vacation yet, so to keep going and know that you've probably got 2 weeks off and then you're back in for pre-season, it shows how much control the manager's got off the team.
We saw the celebration there from Ramos, obviously in tribute to his friend Diogo Jota, and we've seen that celebration here a few times, and it's fantastic to see, isn't it? And you know you're going to see that from seasons and seasons to come. Obviously the very disappointing news we got about Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Villa. All right, let's go pitch side to get some reaction with Kelly.
In the thick of it here, we've just witnessed Hakimi come and say a big hello to all of his family and friends. Big celebrations down here for the PSG players, but I am joined by former Real Madrid man Sami Khedira, who probably isn't quite sharing the same emotions. Sami, the joint worst defeats of the season for Real Madrid. They lost 4-0 in October to Barcelona as well. What was worse today? Not only the result, but the manner of the result. Is that what concerns you the most?
35 goals so far this season. Surely that's his biggest achievement.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think many managers at Barcelona have tried to get through to Dembele, and yeah, he clearly has. He's got through to the whole team. He's got them all working the same. I think the best thing I think for this team now is there's no superstars. Of course, Dembele is the outstanding performer of the season, who's scoring all the goals, but if he's not there, somebody else will come in and take his place, and they'll do just as good a job. So it's one of those. He's just got the team working as a whole unit.
Yeah, you watch him, and we had a camera on Dembele, almost like Dembele watch, right? He's moving everywhere. He's never standing still, and I guess if we had the same camera on Mbappe and Vinicius, we'd see them almost planted. He's always on the move.
Yeah, it's like a player cam basically, and as you can see,
that's what I was looking for. Thank you.
He's sniffing out, and he is on the move. When you are on the move, you're always going to get opportunities. You're going to make people make mistakes, and obviously, like you say, compare him to Mbappe and things like that. But he's obviously making the team tick at the moment. Defence starts from attack. He's pressing at the front, but you only go as a striker if you know everyone's backing you behind you. So he knows I've got the support of my teammates. So don't look back, just keep pressing, and he's getting the rewards from it now, Mikel.
Yeah, no, it's true. You're absolutely right. I think also sometimes when a manager comes into a football club, I remember where these Paris Saint-Germain teams were. They were not winning the European. Obviously, they win the French league, but not the Champions League or stuff like that. But then since he came into the football club, sometimes when a manager comes in, will the players buy into what the manager wants them to do? And I look at this team, they all bought into that. You never see one of the players scream to another player. They all know exactly what they're doing. You have to press when you don't have the ball. You have to recover the ball when you don't have it. And when you have it, they know exactly what to do. It's a tailor-made. He's absolutely perfect, Luis Enrique, for this football club.
Wow, fantastic result, wasn't it? 4-0 Paris Saint-Germain. When we
most.
Well, I think we spoke up before the game that PSG, they're together for like month, years. The coach, Mister's already involved. The players, they know which kind of style in the system they have to play. So Xabi just joined Real Madrid 4 weeks ago. obviously, you already saw in the tournament there's an improvement, but it still need time to implement his kind of ideas, how they press, how they defend, how they would like to play. But this today it hurts a lot because it was no attacking, no defending, and PSG showed how you have to play as a team.
Yeah, perhaps a bit of a reality check for Real Madrid into where they are in their journey under Alonso. You mentioned they're attacking and defensively. Let's start with defensively, because those first 2 goals in particular, they were a real gift, weren't they? Do you think that defence is something that Xabi Alonso needs to prioritise strengthening this summer?
Well, so if you talk about the 2 goals, I think the guys already mentioned that the individual mistakes, what you can do as a coach, nothing. So it's just
you
like
can't make those mistakes at Real Madrid, can you?
Especially around it, but you should try to avoid this kind of mistakes in every team. Otherwise, the coach is getting angry and put you on the bench. But on the other hand, well, Asensio, Rudiger, 2 big mistakes. But how Dembele is waiting for the ball, you know, he's like behind the opponent, and then he's like the first 2-3 steps so explosive and press the opponent, and he's smelling, feeling that something can be happen. So he's there. Otherwise, if he's just walking around, like maybe the other team, just walking around the pitch, you never get the ball. So he took the pressure on the defending line, but well, that's like 2 easy mistakes, 2 easy goals for PSG, and the match is already done.
Yeah, they didn't really have a sniff when it came to attacking, did they? But a word quickly on Luka Modric. This won't be how he'll have wanted his Real Madrid career even to end.
Well, that's super sad, but you know, big legends left European football a few years ago, like Toni Kroos last year in the European Championship quarterfinal, Thomas Müller here in this tournament again against PSG, now Luka Modric. So we spoke about him before the match. What a legend, what a human being, and hopefully he continues his career AC Milan or wherever he wants to go.
Yeah, it does sound like he's going there, doesn't it? Just a quick word on Sunday then. I know you'll have wanted Madrid to be in it, but PSG versus Chelsea, what game that's going to be?
A massive game. So yesterday Chelsea, they showed up the first time in this tournament that they have a good team, a lot of quality, a lot of individual quality, but obviously the opponent yesterday is not the same as PSG on Sunday. It will be a tough game for Chelsea, but I hopefully more tighter than today, and a massive and a big game to watch. And John Obi is like waiting for his team, for his Chelsea team. So
he's looking up to the platform where you guys are. There we go, away from John Obi, Mikel. That's all from us pitch side, because I think that Mikel is going to be goading Sammy if we're not too careful, Addy.
We're a team up here. We just wanted the best team to get through. As quickly as this stadium is empty, and I will say this just behind the cameras, there must be at least